How's it going, everyone? It is Andre Williams, and over here we talk stocks and we focus on one thing. Always protect your profits. And today we're going to be talking about Digital World Acquisition Corp, aka Trump stock. And before I get started, I want to let you guys know I am not a Trump supporter whatsoever. What I do support is helping you guys get profits. So if you're going to be emotional about a ticker symbol, I'm giving you the opportunity right now to unsubscribe from my channel. Let's focus on the money. I won't waste any more time. Let's get into the agenda. If you're new to this channel, I just want to let you know we have timestamps down below inside the description. But if you're a shareholder or you're thinking about taking a position, I highly suggest you watch this full entire video. So the first thing we're going to go over is the technical analysis. We're going to be taking a look at the overall price action. We want to know support. We want to know resistance. We want to know what it looks like in the bearish case scenario and as well as in the bullish case scenario. And then we're going to go on Fintel, taking a look at the recent institutional ownership and short interest information. The reason why this is important because it does have an impact on the way the stock performs. And then we're going to be taking a look at the order flow distribution. We want to know the buying and the selling behavior on the retail side and as well as on the institutional side. And then when all of that is done, we'll be going into the final thoughts and as well as some more details. So let's get to it. So we're going to do a technical analysis for Digital World Acquisition Corp. Let's see how it performed on Friday. So it ended up closing at $82, being down 1.06%. On the low, it tested $79, and then on the high, testing $84.92. When we take a look at the volume stats on the day, you can see we traded at 3.332 million shares, and then the average volume over 10 trading days is at 8.046 million shares. So what we noticed right away, we did have below average volume on the day, and we experienced a slight pullback in the stock. Now, when we take a look at our chart, which is the daily chart, we can see from the RSI down below, it is at 60.49. And then when we take a look at our moving averages here on the chart, we're above the 50-day and as well as the 21-day EMA. So a point that I want to bring to your attention, we are on a solid uptrend. Like I was saying, I want to see it go back to $100, and I feel that is very doable. We could end up getting a test here to the 21-day EMA right around $76, and this could be a potential area to consider for an entry. And I could see this happening if we have weakness inside of the market. As far as for the Friday where we had resistance, it was right at $84.92. So if it's able to surpass $85, then I'm going to be looking for that move going right here to $90. We know this will be a psychological area, but if DWAC can break right through it, as we've seen in the past, it got to $97.32 and it was just some dollars away from hitting 100. So this is why you want to keep this play on your radar. So it will be interesting going into Monday and as well as for the rest of the week. But let's see if it could hold up $80. And if it can't hold up the $80 area of support, then look for that test going to the 21-day EMA. So we're going to take a look at the recent institutional ownership and short interest information for Digital World Acquisition Corp. So green rows indicate new positions while red rows indicate closed position. So for the most recent filings, we have Caption Management LLC that purchased 20,000 shares. We also have Pentwater Capital Management LP that purchased 145,000 shares. We also have GPS Wealth Strategies Group LLC that purchased 6 shares. And then for the recent filings for February the 9th, which I think we covered, we have Context Capital Management LLC that purchased 254,874 shares. And also bring attention to Yakira Capital Management Inc. that purchased just under 100,000 shares. And now when we take a look at the short interest, the off-exchange short volume ratio is at 51.64%, and then for the dark pool short volume, it is at 940,329 shares. Scrolling down further on the page, the short shares availability is at 55,000, updated 23 minutes ago, and then for the short ball fee rate being at 102.18%. And then when we take a look at the history of the short volume ratio, we can see for the close of the 10th, it was at 56.36, and then for the close of the 11th, for the Friday that just passed, being at 51.64. So DWAC does continue to have short squeeze potential and is why you want to keep a very close eye on this play. So now let's move on to the order flow distribution. Now let's take a look at the order flow distribution for DWAC. So we see here on the inflow it's at 47.37, and then on the outflow it's at 65.65. So we had an outflow day. Taking a look at the breakdown, on the large it was 0.62, on the medium it was 46.66, and then on the small it is 0.09. When we take a look at the outflow side, you can see on the large it is 0.69, on the medium it is 64.55, and then on the small it is 0.38. Taking a look at the large scale orders in the last 5 days, you can see for February the 11th it being that outflow, which is fairly small, at 0.07 million. Analyzing the numbers even further for the small scale orders that tend to represent the retail side, we had more selling than we had buying. And then when we take a look at what happened on the medium, we had more selling than we had buying. And then when we take a look at the large, which represents whales, institutions, and funds, we had more selling than we had buying. But again, it wasn't that much whatsoever. And then when we take a look at the turnover ratio, it was at 8.95%. No surprises there. We already know how volatile the stock DWAC is. But one thing that is very clear though, you want to make sure you have a good idea what your entry is going to be. You just don't want to buy at whatever price. Yes, we are looking for this stock to get to $100, but I want to make sure you can maximize your overall gains. So now let's go into the final thoughts and we'll go over some more details as well. So for my final thoughts for Digital World Acquisition Corp, when we take a look at the technicals, it does continue to be on a strong uptrend. As far as a pullback is concerned, if we want to see it go back to the 21-day EMA, at good entries around $75 to $76. It did get to $79, so this is why I say keep an eye on it for this coming week. If we continue to have volatility, there's a lot of concerns, a lot of strong sell-offs, then we might be able to see that 75, 76, and you can figure out that would be a great entry for you. Like I said, I'm still sticking with that price target. This stock will see $100 again, and I'm going to make sure that you guys keep hearing that from me. Also, when we went on Fintel, taking a look at the short interest information, it does continue to have short squeeze potential. Plus, on top of that, for the short ball free rate, it is well over 100%. So any shorts who are vested in this play, they are paying a hefty fee. So the moment we have more strength coming into the market and we have that buying volume coming through the stock, this is where I can see DWAC getting to $100. But of course, before it gets there, it needs to get past 85, since that was some temporary resistance on the Friday, and then it needs to get past 90 and then above 90, and that's where I can see the stock taking off further so we can get into the triple digits. So for my traders out there, please keep this play on your radar. It is very volatile, comes with a lot of price action, a lot of profit opportunities there. And if you want to join our Discord, you can find that link inside the description. And for all of my investors out there, just make sure you're getting in with the right entries. But I'm going to assume if you are going to be investing, you're doing this with a speculative nature. We haven't gotten too much financial information from this SPAC, what the details are going to be. So again, there's a lot of uncertainties, but if you're going to be taking a gamble, like I said, do your homework, do your due diligence, and just know when it comes to SPACs and when the business combination does happen, the stock does tend to pull back quite a bit, and this is why you want to make sure you're prepared for it. But like I always say, this is not financial advice, but I'm just getting you prepared, and it's just one of the things that I've noticed when it comes to SPACs overall. The stock tends to have a major pullback, and I don't see why this play won't be any different, and that's why I say, as for my swing traders out there, this is an opportunity that you want to give a look at. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and I can't wait to see how this stock performs for the coming week. We'll talk soon.